Hi, thanks for joining me. I want to talk a little bit in this video about Zoom auditions. I just had one the other day, and this is something that's becoming even more popular. The breakdown service, I think they're starting to offer, I'm sure they are, they're starting to offer on a casting service for casting directors that's similar to a Zoom audition. So it's basically the same thing where the casting director would send you an appointment, and at that appointment time, you would log in, they would give you a code number, you use that code number to get into the queue, and so they can see that you've signed in and you're ready to audition and you're standing by. It's actually an in-person audition, but over Zoom. So I kind of like those. It takes a little bit more for you to get prepared because you don't have the luxury of a taped audition where you can do it over and over and over again until you get it the way you want. But it also lets the casting director have the ability to give you some clues on how they see the lines being delivered. They may tell you to slow down. They may tell you just to throw it away. They may tell you to pick up the pace, so you get some little tips from them, which is really helpful. I find the tips from the casting directors to be a great benefit when I'm in person auditioning. They can help you. They know the directors. They know the show. So they know how the lines should be delivered. If it's a minor character, they know that most of the time the lines are just thrown away. It's not, you don't put a lot of emphasis in it. You just say it, in normal voice. And they'll tell you, you'll hear that again, over and over when you're in a live audition situation. Try it again. We like that, but try it again. Just throw it away. So that's the benefit of having those auditions on a Zoom-like platform. A lot of casting people are actually using Zoom. Like I said, I had a commercial audition, and the process was I had a time to call in, and I called in at that time, and they had given me a code number, and so they put me in a waiting room. And while I'm in the waiting room, I'm in the queue. So I'm standing there, and I'm in front of my setup. I have everything all set up, the camera, the lights, everything like that, and my Zoom is coming over my computer. And so I'm waiting there. And then once it's my turn, the casting director calls you into the room, and you're there. And behind the scenes, there could be a client. There could be the regular director of the commercial. This was for a commercial spot. And so when I did the first audition, it went good. And then a couple of days later, I got a call back. So I was really happy. And then at the callback, there were some clients behind the scenes, but the clients didn't introduce themselves. So they could watch you also during your audition process. So I worked with the director. He gave me a few cues and clues at the callback on what they wanted to be done. And the casting director was there too, obviously. And so everything went smooth. The audition turned out great. I'm still waiting to see if I booked it or not. But that's the process. And that's going to be the process going forward. I don't foresee first calls, really, if I had to guess. I don't really foresee first calls going back to in person. I think this would be a great process for the casting directors, for the filmmakers, is to do remote auditions or Zoom auditions. And then once they're narrowed it down, then you can potentially meet in person. Ultimately, they're going to have to meet you in person because it's a big decision when you're casting your projects that are near and dear to you. Every role counts. Sometimes actors think, oh, this is only one line or it's under 5, or every role is important because when you're doing a project, you want it to be believable. You want it to be the quality that you're trying to reach. And so every role is important. So I want to thank you for taking the time to look at this video today. I'll talk more about Zoom auditions and remote auditions in the coming videos. Thank you.